Hi everybody, welcome to week 10, I think. 10, wow. Week 10 for our Christmas, Countdown to Christmas tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to use our takeout boxes and to make them a little fancy. You can see on this one, this is a belly band that just slides right off, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. All right, first, let's look at the takeout boxes. They're in the holiday catalog on page 10, and you get 6 of them for $5.95, so about $1 a box. And they're pretty big, and you want to fold in all of these flaps first, and then I did the big creases along the box, and then I took these corner ones and I just kind of pinched them with my fingers as I pulled it in like this. And that way, when you go to close it up, it will close up a little bit easier. All right, come on, box. Here we go. The little clasp goes right in there, and there's your takeout box. And it's a good size. It doesn't hold too much, but it'll hold just enough to make somebody feel appreciated. All right, so I am using this typeset DSP, I believe it's called. I can never remember it, and it's my very favorite. And I cut it 2 strips, 2.5 inches wide. And then I got some basic black cardstock and cut on the 11 side, so that's 11 inches long, 2 3/4. And then I did another one that's 2 3/4 and 7 inches. And what I'm going to do, you want to use a really good adhesive for this, because it's going to be pushed around as it's slid up and down that box. So I am using Fast Fuse. You can also use sticky strips. So I am attaching those like that, overlapping, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my DSP. I'm going to put it here. Now it doesn't matter the seam, because we are going to, you're going to not really be able to see it too much. They will be looking at the delicious goodies inside the box and not caring about the seam, I guarantee it. All right, so I'm going to adhere this down, and then I'm just going to trim off this extra bit. I don't know exactly how long to tell you to make the DSP, because it depends on how far you're going to overlap your piece, but it would be another about 7 inches. Okay, so there we have it, and all I did to get this to go around is I don't want that front and center over like on the edges. I'm going to put a big thing here in the middle. So actually, if I had it right here in the middle, it would be great. If I had it over here, you would notice it. So I'm going to put it like this, and I'm going to fold this over and fold this one, and I'm just going to line them up like this. Okay? Now, if yours is just a tad bit long like mine, that's okay. Just trim it off. And now, I don't want this on the side. I don't want it to be obvious either. So I'm going to put my adhesive on top of that, and I'm going to wrap this around, making sure that I have lined those up. All right, and let's put a little more adhesive here. There. Now, you can see how it's just going to slide off. All right, for my little blob of pretty things in the middle, I started out with a champagne glimmer leaf that I cut using the Autumn Accents Bigs die. And I'm going to put that on here with just a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, and that's just going to kind of peek out from behind. Then I cut out 8 crepe paper scallops, and you can really use any framelit scallop or even just a plain circle if you'd like, but I wanted to show you that I'm using the one from Flower Fair right here. Okay, there are some other choices that you could use. That was the first one that I grabbed, and it will work fine. Now I'm taking my stapler, I'm just going to staple it in the middle, and now I'm going to start with the top one, and I'm just going to kind of ruffle these guys up, scrunch them up like this. Okay, and once I have it nice and ruffled and scrunched how I want it, smooth it back out just a little bit. I wanted to also tell you that I folded 1 sheet of crepe paper to get 8 squares, and I was able to cut it all out at the same time. So that makes it a lot easier. All right. All right, when your flower is scrunched up how you'd like it, adhere it with your Tombow multi-liquid glue. And I kind of did it overlapping that champagne leaf. Then I'm going to use this stamp right here, Yummy for Your Tummy, and it is from the stamp set called Day of Celebration. And I stamped it in real red on Very Vanilla. And I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals on the back and adhere it like this. Now the last thing that I did was tied a double bow, and all you have to do to get a double bow is to take 2 strips of ribbon, and this is the Real Red satin ribbon from the holiday catalog. And you're going to use them like pretend that you just have one strand of ribbon in your hand, and you're going to tie a bow like that. So then you kind of have more of a fluffy bow. Use your ribbon scissors to cut that off at a nice angle. And I'm going to adhere this. I normally probably wouldn't use my Tombow for a bow, but for this one, I want to make sure it doesn't fall off when my kids take yummy treats to their teachers at school. So I would either use hot glue or a big blob of that glue. All right, guys, there you have it, an easy treat to give for Christmas. And remember, that just slides right off like that, okay? Please let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for tuning in today. Bye-bye.